Okay, so this is Uchi of SME community, and today I'm just trying to make it easy by introducing the product we created called Product Pricing Calculator. Okay, so the aim of this product is to just make it easier for small businesses to be able to price their products correctly so that they can actually make money from it, so that you're not running at a loss. That's the goal of this product, and it's absolutely free for members of our community. Okay, so before we start, please remember to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and share to other small business owners that you know that would really need this. Remember, it's free. All they have to do is just ask for um send access to send it to you, and then we'll also include the link for you to watch how to use use the product. Okay, before I get into it, I'm just going to make a brief introduction of the product, like how to use it. As usual, heading the product pricing calculator. Next is the sales price, and this is the breakdown of how the pricing is achieved. I'm going to explain each cell. The product name. Okay, so for this particular session, I'm going to be using the fashion designing industry, a tailor, a designer. So the product name is called Aduke Dress. I picked this one from popular Instagram names, how they name their dresses. So I call this one Aduke Dress. The design profit margin for this dress is 70%, and the discount, if you want to give a discount, it's not compulsory. It's 20%, and the value added tax, which will be remitted to government, 7.5%. Okay, now the components of the sales price. It includes the material cost, the labor cost, any overhead cost incurred in running the business, the profit before the discount. That's if you decide to give discount. It's optional. The profit after the discount, the VAT on it, and then the sales price. Okay, now remember VAT is on the total, right? It's on both the cost and the profit. That's what VAT is on. Okay, and this is the sales price. It's adjustable. If I want to make my profit more than 20, I can easily do it. Okay, so now in this case, my profit margin is 20 and the discount I'm giving is 20. So it means that I won't be making any profits if I give a discount of 20%. This is why this is very important, because sometimes we give discounts and we don't know that the discount we've given our entire profit away. That's why this is very important. So for example, if I adjust the discount to maybe 10, you see I'm making 10% profit after giving the discount. And if I take my margin up to 30, see, I'm giving a 10% discount. That means I still have a 20% profit after giving out the discount. That's why this is very important. Okay, so the next thing I added to the product is the cost analysis. Now, this gives you how many percentage of each cost, right? For example, material cost is taking 79%, labor cost is taking 20%, and overhead cost is 1%. So you know the makeup of your cost. And next is price analysis. It shows that material cost is taking 2% of your pricing, makes up 62% of the pricing, labor makes up 18%, overhead makes up 1%, and then your profit is 22%. Really. Okay, let's go to the breakdown and how easy it is to use. Now, material. Remember, we're using a design. So, material, fabric, beads, thread, maybe another fabric depending on the design, appliques, then shimmer. I'm not a designer, but I just use it's just generic, okay? So maybe for the fabric, you're using 2 yards, and it costs 30,000 naira. That's 30,000 naira. maybe for beads, it's 500 a pack, and I'm using 30 packs to bead it. Same with thread, maybe 500 a pack. Cost, and you're using 2, that's 1,000. So basically all you have to do is input the price per unit you purchase it in the market. It gives you the total cost. Now for labor, you have your tailors that you get to pay for doing the job for you. And most of the time here we pay monthly. But I think tailors, most of the time they pay them based on the amount of work they do. Maybe if you sew a dress, they get to pay a certain amount, okay? So I don't know what it is, but I prefer to put an hourly rate. So for example, pay them 20,000 per hour. Okay, let me be realistic. Yeah, 20 is realistic, I think. Maybe bidders are paying them 5,000 per hour. I don't know. Like I said, this is fictional. And maybe they need 30 minutes to sew a blouse, or they take 60 minutes, that's an hour to sew a blouse, depending on what you do. It would be easier if you can track the input, the time that your tailors, your bidders put in this work, so that you actually know what you're paying them. Another advantage of this product. Alright, so maybe for bidding it takes 5 hours, and an hour is 60 minutes, so 300 minutes to do it. Okay, so 300 minutes, it will cost about 25,000 naira. So you've got an labor cost. Then overhead, you know what your overheads are, but the common one is fuel and utility bills, so that's why I use that here. So now for overhead, I like to use hours for people who make their products, like tailors, as designers, bakers, people who make their products, because it's basically depends on the time you spend on it. But for people who buy and sell products, I mean, if you buy 10 cartons of milk, you just do 10 cartons of milk divided by 50,000. It's very straightforward. But for people who make their products themselves, you have to consider the hours, the time you put into making that product. That's what makes it very. That's what makes you over. That's a better way to measure your overhead. If that makes sense. Okay, so the total cost. Like I said, all formulas are imputed. It's just going to give you total cost or number of hours used. For example, use 9 hours. Okay. If you use 9 hours a day, like, okay, so let me just say this fuel is for the month. You buy for that 50,000 for a month, and it will be quite realistic with your economy. You're spending 200,000 on fuel a month. Okay, yeah, that's more realistic. And in a you run your store for 9 hours a day, and maybe you're closed Saturday and Sunday. That's you do 25 days in a week. So 25 days a week times 9 hours, using 225 hours in a month. That means that for every dress you make, you're going to put an overhead cost. For every dress you make in a month, you're going to put an overhead cost of 880. Same for utility bill, you can do the same. Okay, you're running your business for 9 hours, 25 days a month. Same. You can undo all other bills, all the overhead costs into your. Now, overhead costs is any cost that doesn't fall under material, it doesn't fall under labor, move it to overhead. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so like I said, this is a very simple product calculator. No need to complicate things. Just make it easier for anybody to use it. So now, once you come here, you see everything you've imputed. It's over here. That gives you the selling price. And when you're done, you can actually look at it. Oh, 80% of my cost is 80% of my cost is my material cost, right? Labor takes 19%. Overhead is just a percent. Same with price analysis. So it's just really easy to use and it makes the work. It makes it easier for you to track your sales, your selling price. As the cost of things are going up, you can easily see it, and you can build a trend, to make better decisions for your organization. Okay, so I really hope this helps. And remember, it's free. All you have to do is just ask for it, and we'll send you this Excel sheet and this link to be able to watch it and guide you on how to use our product. Thank you guys. Okay, so please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Bye.